The last dinosaur in Japan? In the quiet mountains of Hokkaido, where the cherry blossoms rarely reached, an old legend spoke of a creature forgotten by time. The Ainu people called it Kamaimashir, the god of the land, a beast that had walked the earth long before humans. Few believed it still existed, until one day, a young girl named Sora stumbled upon the impossible. Sora was hiking near the dense forests of Shirotoko when she heard a deep, rumbling sound. The ground trembled slightly, and the birds scattered from the trees. Curious, she followed the noise until she reached a hidden clearing. There, standing among the ferns, was a dinosaur. Not a fossil, not a skeleton, a living, breathing Fukuiraptor, a small but fierce predator that should have vanished millions of years ago. Its golden eyes locked onto hers, and for a moment, neither moved. Sora, a budding paleontologist, recognized it instantly. "You single quotes? Real," she whispered. The dinosaur tilted its head, as if understanding her. Instead of attacking, it let out a low, almost sorrowful cry. Sora noticed something strange. Its body was faintly glowing, shimmering like mist under the sunlight. That night, she told her grandfather, a retired scientist who had once studied ancient legends. His eyes widened. "The yokai cure you," he murmured. "They say some dinosaurs never went extinct. They became spirits, lingering between worlds." Determined to protect the creature, Sora and her grandfather worked in secret, documenting its existence while keeping it safe from hunters and curiosities. But as days passed, the dinosaur grew weaker, its glow fading. One evening, as the sun set over the mountains, the Fukuiraptor let out a final, echoing call. Then, before their eyes, its body dissolved into thousands of shimmering lights, floating upward like fireflies into the starry sky. Sora wiped her tears as her grandfather placed a hand on her shoulder. "Some things aren't meant to stay in this world," he said softly. "But now, its spirit is free." And though no one else ever saw the dinosaur again, those who ventured into the forests of Shirotoko at dusk sometimes swore they heard a distant, echoing roar, carried on the wind like a whisper from another time. The dinosaur's return. Years after the Fukuiraptor vanished into the sky, Sora had become a respected paleontologist. Working at a university in Tokyo, she published papers on dinosaur fossils found across Japan. But deep down, she never forgot the creature she had seen. The one that disappeared like a ghost. One stormy night, as rain lashed against her office window, she received an email from an old Ainu elder in Hokkaido. Attached was a blurry photo taken near Lake Kush. In the mist, barely visible, was the silhouette of a long-tailed creature, one that looked eerily familiar. "It has returned," the message read. The second discovery. Sora immediately flew back to Hokkaido, her heart pounding. When she arrived, she met with the elder, who explained that strange tremors had been shaking the land, and hunters reported seeing a giant lizard moving through the fog. Some even claimed to hear growls at night, deeper than any bears. Determined to find the truth, Sora ventured into the wilderness, retracing her steps from years ago. This time, she wasn't alone. A skeptical journalist named Kenji, who had caught wind of the rumors, followed her, hoping for a sensational story. As they trekked deeper into the forest, the trees grew thicker, and the air turned unnaturally cold. Then, they heard it, a low, guttural growl. The Fukuiraptor emerged from the mist, but it was different now. Its body flickered between solid and spectral, as if caught between worlds. Its eyes burned with an eerie blue light, and its claws left no marks on the ground. Kenji gasped, raising his camera. "It's a ghost!" The dinosaur didn't attack. Instead, it stared at Sora, then turned and walked away, pausing as if waiting for them to follow. Trusting her instincts, Sora trailed behind until they reached a hidden cave. Inside, the walls were covered in ancient Ainu carvings, depictions of dinosaurs walking among humans, of a time when the worlds of spirits and beasts were one. At the back of the cave lay a massive fossilized egg, cracked open. It was never alone, Sora realized. The Fukuiraptor let out a mournful cry, and suddenly, the cave trembled. From the shadows, more glowing figures emerged, smaller dinosaurs, their forms translucent and shimmering. They were all spirits, lingering in this world, forgotten by time. The elder, who had followed them, whispered, "They are the guardians of the land." But something has disturbed them. Sora soon discovered the cause. A nearby mining operation had begun digging deep into the mountains, disrupting the sacred grounds where these spirits rested. The dinosaurs weren't returning to life, they were being forced back, their peace shattered. If the mining continued, the spirits would fade forever, or worse, become twisted by anger. With Kenji's help, Sora exposed the mining company's reckless destruction, sparking public outcry. Protests erupted, and the government halted the operation, declaring the area protected land. On the last night before Sora returned to Tokyo, she stood once more in the forest. The Fukuiraptor appeared before her, its glow steadier now. It bowed its head, as if in thanks. Then, one by one, the dinosaur spirits faded into the earth, their rest finally undisturbed. But as Sora turned to leave, she felt a warm breeze, and for just a second, she thought she heard the distant call of a creature long lost to time. Months after the spirits of the dinosaurs returned to rest, Sora found herself unable to let go of the mystery. The fossilized egg in the cave, the ancient carvings, the way the Fukuiraptor had looked at her, it all hinted at something deeper. One evening, while reviewing the Ainu elders' notes, she discovered a faded legend about a gateway of the old world, a place where the boundaries between past and present grew thin. The carvings in the cave matched descriptions of a sacred site where, once every 100 years, the spirits of ancient beasts could briefly walk the earth again. But the legend also warned, if the gate opens too wide, the past will consume the present. Sora received a frantic call from Kenji, the journalist. Something's happening in the mountains. People are disappearing. And there are footprints. Huge ones. She rushed back to Hokkaido, where an entire village near the mining site had been abandoned. Doors were torn off hinges, trees uprooted, and deep, clawed tracks, far larger than the Fukuiraptors, led into the forest. The elder met her with grim eyes. The gate is opening, and this time, not just spirits are coming through. That night, the ground shook violently. A deafening roar split the air. From the mist emerged a creature Sora had only seen in textbooks, a giant Tarbosaurus, a predator even larger than T-Rex. But this was no ghost. It was real, its scales glistening under the moonlight, its breath steaming in the cold air. And it was not alone. Smaller dinosaurs, raptors, armored herbivores, even winged creatures, poured from the forest, disoriented and panicked. The gate wasn't just letting spirits through, it was pulling living dinosaurs from the past into modern Japan. Sora and Kenji, along with the elder and a team of hastily gathered researchers, realized the truth. The mining explosions had cracked open the ancient gateway. Now, with every passing hour, more dinosaurs were slipping through. The Ainu elder revealed one last secret, a ritual, passed down through generations, that could seal the gate, but it required an offering. Something precious from both worlds. Sora knew what it had to be. The Fukuiraptor's fossilized egg, with the Tarbosaurus rampaging toward a nearby town and military helicopters circling overhead. Sora and Kenji raced back to the cave. The egg was still there, pulsing with a faint light. As Sora lifted it, the ghostly Fukuiraptor reappeared, watching her. "You have to go back," she whispered. "All of you," the elder began chanting, and the cave walls trembled. The egg glowed brighter, then shattered. A shockwave of light erupted, surging through the forest. One by one, the dinosaurs, living and spirit, turned toward the cave, as if hearing a silent call. Then, they vanished, dissolving into mist or fading into the trees. The Tarbosaurus let out a final, echoing roar before its massive form shimmered and disappeared. Silence fell. The government declared the incident a natural gas explosion, covering up the impossible truth. The village was rebuilt. Its people returned, though none remembered what had happened. Kenji published an article on rare wildlife sightings, carefully omitting the dinosaurs, and Sora. She stood once more at the cave's entrance, where a single, ghostly claw mark remained etched into the stone. The elder placed a hand on her shoulder. "The gate is closed. For now." As she turned to leave, a faint warmth brushed against her palm, like the touch of scales against skin. Somewhere, in the space between worlds, the past was still alive, and one day, it might return. The end. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.